7:15 p.m. And relationships. Ooh, Isabella. Alright. Hannah is going up. Great. Yeah, okay, great. We can read her profile now. Okay, so she's 30 years old. She's tall. 180 centimeters, dang. Okay, to be honest, I'm seriously a foot shorter than her. Whoops. I'm really short. Yeah, okay, interior designer. She's been an architect, okay? She's Irish, Roman Catholic. Of course, she's got a architecture education. She likes chocolate, cats, classical arts, country music, karaoke, board games, video games, hey, anime and other obscure pop culture items, yoga. Left in a dumpster as a baby. Oh, wow. She was found by a peddler and spent most of her childhood roaming the countryside in a beat-up van. Her father taught her how to read, write, and pray. Though an unconventional life, it was all she knew. Child welfare and protection eventually caught on and required that she have a proper education. She was provided a scholarship at St. Samthan School for Young Ladies and was bullied for being a charity kid. Marianne only had one friend and was mostly focused on her studies, intent on graduating and returning to her father. A shame that he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's soon after. Her work as an architect in Ireland lasted until the Irish economic crisis. She moved to England and after some time Luxembourg in search of better career opportunities. Okay. Wow, that sucks. Alright. The numbers are so little on the top of my screen and they glare at me with such intensity that I can just hear their accusations. I'm late for a night out with the girls, yes, but I have a perfectly good excuse. She's definitely into anime. Considering I didn't follow typical office hours, they really can't expect me to be able to just go as I please at 5:30 on the dot. The client is, first and foremost, my priority. I have to sit tight when my personal assistant, Chris, tells me we have a big one coming up and that I shouldn't miss this one. It's so awkward, I completely ruined Zach's opportunity to get the job. He knows a lot more on the who's who and the what's what when it comes to the socialities, and I trust that judgment call. I really don't have time for rich people, their drama, and their politics. These sort who were born with silver spoons in their mouths and who were used to wagging their silver tongues about. I let him handle the negotiating with them for the most part. Negotiation, what am I even? Why else would I have hired him? But he told me I'd receive a message about it an hour ago.
Now, if only he has the full shilling when it comes to the time.
Time? I can't do that voice. Come on. I have a social life too, you know? To an extent. Sort of. Pressing my head against the table, I tried to stave off an oncoming headache when the notification for a new email pops up. All I'm expecting is a, hey, this looks like a good project I found. Go send them a design. Or something like that, really. That's how it often goes. Even these rich, jammy clients who's heard of me from their equally rich, jammy friends, I can't expect them to hire me right off the bat. Which is all well and good and reasonable. We figure out what they want, send them my portfolio, my drafts for the projects, my rates, and hope for the best. This is a big client, Marianne. I'll babysit Bruthil for you. Oh, so this is the price, I suppose. Just please take this one project. I promise this person is huge in Luxembourg. Mr. Parker, this is a formal request to secure the services of Marianne McCullough, hereinafter called a designer. Okay. Yeah. This is authorized by Hannah Wright. Hannah, hereinafter called the client for interior design work at Ermengarde Mansion, Luxbourne, LX 18, 0RF, United Kingdom. The client hopes to have the designer there on 21st of October, Friday, with the time pending. But as I open the mail and see that I have been requested by the client specifically, well, I certainly didn't expect that. And it's pretty straightforward too. Anyone else would probably be excited. They would be working with the Hannah Wright. She's just one of those rich socialities that everybody loves to talk about, no matter how hard you try to tune such nonsense out. It would have been enough for me to reply an affirmative to Chris and leave, but he has never pleaded for me to take a project before. We worked with big personalities in the past, celebrities, bankers, and even a few politicians. My PA had been indifferent about those. So the question bounced about my skull before I spy on one of the email attachments. Ooh, a newspaper clipping from the Luxembourg's daily business news section, boasting the headline, Wright Enterprise donates £2.5 million to refugee. Dang, that's a lot of cash. At the grand opening of a new Wright hotel last Wednesday, our local billionaire couple Luke and Hannah Wright announced the donation of £2.5 million to help Luxembourg refugee keep their service open. Unexpected but certainly welcome. This follows only a month after the couple's previous donation of the same amount to Save the Children UK. One of the largest donations, this amount will help keep the safe house in Luxembourg open for several years. With this money, refugee can keep helping women, children, and victims of domestic violence. There are rumors as well of the charity talking with the couple and looking into building a local center equivalent to their Gaia and Athena locations. These rumors have come to us due to one of the Enterprise's employees mentioning a project EOS. It certainly caused quite a stir back then. Apparently, they had invited businessmen and socialities, I don't even know, everywhere, in the guise of it being some big business announcement.
$2.5 million and an expensive-looking party to boot. These people sure know how to throw their money around.
Not that I should be so callous. They're going to do a lot of good and help a community of people with all those pounds. I, of all people, shouldn't criticize such acts, whether they were for a show or not. At the very least, I know they'll be able to pay my rates. With the headline out of the way, however, I find myself staring at the picture that came along with the clipping. Because, wow. Here I am, expecting a sour old woman in a blazer and skirt. Wait, are you gay? It's just like, wow, she looks good. But a woman that was plastered on the front page, because she belongs on the front page of the entertainment section, or even, if I'm to be crass, as the pin-up for a glamour, okay, I'll be real here, a men's magazine. She sure knows how to rock that dress. ... Wait. Her hair, her eyes, her lips. She can't be her. Wait, what? Oh, did you have a crush on her from in the past? At the same time, she is her, only several years older. She looks just like... Now, come on, Mac. The world is full of pretty blondes. It's just a coincidence. With a shake of my head, I snap out of it and reach out for my phone when it buzzes, nearly falling off my chair in the process. An email from the Wrights came requesting Marianne McCullough's expertise for their home. What seemed like an innocent commission made a different impact on the famous designer after seeing a picture of the Wright Mrs. Right, this is the first... Okay. Who else would be on the other line but the very people waiting for me?
Oh, piss. I'm so sorry, Cam. I'm on my way.
That's what I say. Yet I still don't move from my chair, face flushed and heart racing. I can only stare until I can will myself to reply that yes, I'm accepting the assignment. And there's like a blonde and girl and like a black-haired girl too. So, coincidence? Is this a coincidence? And it takes even more time for me to just close the image, shut down the computer, and leave. Even then, it has already burned its image into my head, no matter how much I wish it would just disappear. It makes me eager for the alcohol and the company. It makes me eager for anything that can help me forget. It's a good thing that the nearest pub is just a hop, skip, and jump from here. The Galway Shall, as it is called by those who frequented the place, is the only decent Irish pub in this county. Sorry, that's a completely different thing. You can pretty much tell that someone is new if they call it by its official name, the Crawl Bar. My home away from home ever since I moved to Luxbourne. Well, that is when I'm not coped up in my condo and working anyway. It has good alcohol, good company, and thank God, and Saint Cecilia, good music. Oh, thank God, and Saint Cecilia, good music. Crowd favorites like the Boothie Noise, the High Wasteland Men, and Second Fusion Orchestra are often played. Not to mention the singing. I love singing. Yeah, I should love the karaoke, right? I remember that. Anyone could just break out into a drinking song, and the others in the pub were just wonderful. They start singing along. And doing so while intoxicated is the best of ways to go about it. Hey, it's a win-win as long as I don't puke in the middle of the chores, and as long as I can get home in one piece at the end of the day. And tonight is karaoke night. Oh, she's going to flip. What better time than to try and sing all my worries away? That's what my intoxicated brain tells me.
The ghost of guilt and sorrow remembers who I am, and in the prison of my heart, I was my only slave.
Dang. The drinking only reminds me of my home, and the thought of home makes me think of her.
But in the depths of my cold soul, I'll leave the burden and despair.
It makes me nauseous. It sickens me that the smallest reminder of her can cause me such grief.
I'll fight for what's worth fighting for. Forget the fear, forget the rest.
Of course, that might just be the booze, and other day I would have scolded myself for drinking so much.
I lied to the Lord, I lied to myself, I lied to you and everyone I care, until there were no more lies to tell.
But I already have a client, and we'll be having our first little meet and greet in a few days.
Cowardice is easier than being brave, but at last I found the strength I lost to sing my love letter to you. 'Cause people can lie, but my lone heart beats true.
I want to at least enjoy this night, get over the hangover tomorrow, and return to being a prim and proper professional later.
That song was for Cam, our lucky bride-to-be. So give her a hand, Galway shawl.
Oh my gosh, she is so wasted. Considering the state I'm in, one can excuse my smug grin as cheers and applause rise among the pub's patrons. Because, possibly off-key public singing aside, I feel like I am on top of the world right now. And that's a good reason as any to belt out in front of these strangers. With good drinks and good friends, there's nowhere else I'd rather be tonight. And I forget for a short while.
And that song was brought to you by Marianne McCullough, everyone! A round of applause!
That was so good! You rock, Marianne.
Oh, please Stop! You're just saying that.
You know neither of us can hold a tune, Marianne. A toast to our shameless drunk singer. May your drinks forever flow and your notes be ever lovely.
If anyone deserves a toast tonight, that's Cam. Finally sealed the deal after 3 years, eh? Read 'em in wait, bitches.
Kamala's diamond engagement ring gleams as she holds it up for all the world to see. She has reasons to be proud. 3 years of living together, and a boyfriend finally asked her the big question. Obviously, she said yes.
Don't get too attached to that ring or the one after, sweetie. I was wearing a wedding ring not so long ago, and look at where I am. But enough of me being a downer. Cheers to a happy engagement!
Of course, if something like Haruna's divorce were to happen, I'd be there for Cam. Just as Cam had been there for me, acting more than just my yoga instructor, I can't be up there for my friend right now.
Cheers! Cheers!
Well, we both will be there for Cam, won't we? Haruna and I? Haruna, it's been a real bad year for her ever since her divorce. She's such a nice person, even loaning me money to open a studio. And she didn't deserve what her husband had pulled. I'm happy she's smiling again and picking out like she used to. I think we've all missed our Japanese firecracker. We met in yoga class, something I had joined to keep myself in shape and, well, honestly, so that I can make friends when I had moved to Luxembourg. Clearly, it worked like a charm. And definitely didn't have anything to do with the fact that I brought along my lucky D20 die with me on that first day. No, sir. I love these girls so much.
What about you, Marianne? You're 30 years old and you still haven't got yourself a man.
That's because you are a woman.
And you guys know I have a very busy schedule. I don't have time for that.
Oh, come on. That's a lame excuse and you know it. You need a man who will take care of you and you need it now. Maybe some hunk will be your house hubby while you rake in the dough.
I'm quite capable of taking care of myself. Who needs a Mr. Right? Hey, look at me. I'm Marian McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma, but I can't get myself a date.
I mentioned druids and demons once. Once. Do you know the rules or understand what the numbers mean? And I certainly am not some sort of holy person. I'm a far cry from a miracle worker, and I barely have the willpower to fight off demons, especially my own.
Actually, maybe she isn't looking for a Mr. Right, but a Mrs. Right. Oh, my Marianne, we still love you even if you're in the closet.
That would explain some things. Haruna, you don't have a ring anymore. Maybe you two can be together and I don't have to worry about my best girls being alone. What are you on about? There's nothing to explain.
But the more denied, the louder they tease until the other people in the pub start to watch. It doesn't help at all when Haruna drapes her armor over my shoulder and leans in.
Will I be all yours then? Will you be making me feel like a woman?
Oh my. I know that they're just kidding around, but it doesn't make me comfortable in the slightest. So when Kamala noticed my silence and Haruna sees the expression on my face, they stop. When the awkward air settles over us, the rest of the pub goes back to whatever they were doing before the whole thing ever happened. They probably won't even remember it when they wake up with the massive hangovers anyway.
Sorry.
Me too.
Hey, no hard feelings, right?
I raise my glass. They smile. We drink. There's no need to say more. We're all definitely far too drunk tonight. Eventually, the fun times end. It is a weekday after all. Wait, really? And with Haruna being a nurse, she still has to get ready for her next shift. Cam also has a loving fiancé waiting for her at home, and really didn't have to make a fuss about having left some buns in the oven when she took off earlier. Really, I understand. I was the one who insisted, was determined to get pissed drunk anyway. Moving to the bar, I sit, alone at last. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Is he going to flirt with her? Because then, jeez, then we really know if he knocked her up or not, I guess. Alone with a stranger. I haven't seen him here before. Obviously not a regular. He hasn't said a word and just sits there, savoring his drink. With his whiskey served neat in one hand and lighter in the other, it doesn't seem like he's noticed me yet. And maybe I should go before he does look my way. Because he was pretty, and he was blonde. And those two things plus alcohol never did me any good. I thought too late. Oh no! Judging by the way his flushed face and the dazed look in his eyes, he's as pissed drunk as I am. But whereas I feel like keeling over, he looks like he's still ready to take the catwalk by storm. Really, he just has the air of one of those men who think they own the world.
Hello there, sexy. Please don't stand up on my account. I already like what I see. Fancy a drink? It'll be on me.
Then again, I might be pleasantly surprised if he proves me wrong.
Want some between the sheets? Sex on the beach? I'm talking cocktails, of course.
Fat chance. But it doesn't matter, we both know how to play this game. And there are two different ways for the night to end. One thing or another is going to happen. The question is, what do I want to do?
Oh no, that's fine. I'd rather order some blue balls or some AMF if you don't mind.
He looks like he's about to say some witty retort, but stops himself and downs the rest of his whiskey. I order a mint julep, he gets another whiskey, and we start the customary small talk. Of course, the saying, ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies, goes without saying. We ask nothing about each other, offering up falsehoods to establish a strenuous, fake connection between two strangers at a pub if only to pass the time. Whiskey, as I have come to call him, is supposedly 21 years old, single, takes care of his sick mother, and is a manager of some sort. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't have any words right now. Manager of what? I didn't care to listen to the details. He is a scumbag. He really is. Okay, now I know. Meanwhile, Mint, as he has come to call me, is 29 and I'm, what did I say I was again? Yes, I told him that I was a professional chocolate taster. Cause fuck it, if I'm going to lie about what my job is, might as well make it fun. It's a pretty decent chat between two pretty drunk strangers. Maybe it's just me, but we might as fucking well expend the tiniest amount of effort in pretending there's something meaningful in this meeting. It would have been nice too if it was just left at that. During a lull in the conversation, he brings it up.
You know, I've never been with a woman taller than me.
Here we go, people. I think he might have been different from the rest.
Never have and never will, whiskey. Can we go back to the history of chocolates? Did you know that chocolate candy was introduced in 19th century England as a healthier alternative to alcohol?
I want some chocolate right now, thanks. St. Lucy was the most beautiful woman of her time. She had men come from the four corners of the world just to see the pure light of her exquisite green eyes. If she were so lucky anyway.
No, enough of the history lesson.
I love that it actually says whiskey.
Come on, Mint. You know and I know what you came here for.
Though not every suitor was gallant, and she was no fool. She had known that sooner or later she wouldn't be able to defend her chastity.
Come on. There must be something that gets you going.
So she had taken out a knife and gouged out her own eyes. Oh wow.
There is something, but I don't think you can handle it.
Impressed with her devotion, God restored her eyes and made them more beautiful than before. He has a peculiar sense of humor, hasn't he? Because the only men suitors kept going after Lucy, she kept her eyes in a chalice to scare them away.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can handle whatever it is.
Saint Lucy, help me. Help me turn away from sin. Help me with my own blindness.
My place isn't too far from here. I won't take care of you if it ends up being too much for you. And no one will be able to hear you if you try to scream. You sure you want to go down that road, pretty boy?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
my gosh, I can't believe... Well, yes I can, but still I wasn't expecting this to happen between the two of them. Marianne went to the Kral Bar, also called the Galway Showl by its patrons, for a night out with her close friends Cam and Haruna. When they left, Marianne was seen with a stranger whom she only referred to as Whiskey. In turn, she was called Mint. Great. The best thing about having my condo so close to the pub is the ease of access. As long as I can still stand and walk, I can make it home. Maybe I need help from a kind neighbor or two to help me with the last leg if I've really gone overboard on the alcohol. But I always made it home, sometimes with company. Of course, there always comes with complications, especially with the real clingy ones. But it isn't anything a good trip about stalkers to the building security can't fix. I'm always nervous though, even if this isn't the first time I've done this. The first few minutes when we enter my room are the first few agonizing minutes where I try not to panic. Okay, Max, so far so good. Don't let him smell your fear under all that liquid courage. He'll leave sooner or later and I'll never have to see him again, just like every other man before him. I like to say to myself that the men I brought to my place were more scared than I was. Yet there is no fear when I look into Whiskey's eyes, only delight. When he starts touching me, I don't even hesitate when I push him against the door. Roughness is to be expected, and as long as he sticks to the script, everything will go smoothly. I'll have a little tumble in the sheets, he'll leave, we'll forget about it. If somebody asked what I really wanted, I would have told them that I wanted a bed of roses, chocolates and music, maybe in an Irish castle. But all I really want is her, and that's never going to be a reality. That was my fault, of course. Because I was afraid. Because I was a coward. They would never hold a candle up to her. She was the light of my life. And I had let her go. I can't even be bothered at the thought of her. Just the single thought of her makes my resolve to see this affair through a waiver.
Wait!
What is it now?
Yes, what is it now? What's it gonna be, Marianne? Sex or not sex? Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't wanna... No. I'm thinking no. Maybe we can romance Hana. So let's not, like, be with her husband. Because look, it's pretty up there. I mean, we could have shot, even though I was thinking Hana and Zach, but I don't know, man. I kind of ruined it anyway, I think. I don't know, but Hana. No, but I don't want Hana and Luke to be together either. I don't think so, because he's an asshole. He's the asshole, not Ash. No. No, even though this would be interesting, you know, more dramatic and like, what would happen? And I guess in a way, she could be like, yes, he lied about who he was, and, you know, just she could tell Hana about him. But Hana is already anyways decided to move out, so with her baby, oh poor thing. Well, let's just go with this is wrong. This is wrong. It's a capital.
We're both drunk.
He's not going to like... Oh, really? He liked that. Oh, I see. Huh. Okay. Interesting. That's interesting. That is actually pretty interesting. So, he... okay.
And?
This is wrong. Don't you think it's a bit fucked up that we're about to have sex and we're just calling each other by the drinks that we had? How messed up are we?
Doll, shut up with the ethics and morality talk. It is seriously putting me out of the mood.
If you want to leave now, Whiskey, I understand. I mean, with how smashed you are, it'd probably be best for you to sleep the night unless you want to be mugged. But I won't stop you. And this isn't going to happen.
Bloody hell.
Huh. Cockblood. Perfect. Bloody hell. Of course, he's annoyed at me for putting off our night of sexual congress. But no means no. And beyond spewing a few profanities under his breath, he surprisingly simmers down soon enough. I was worried for a moment that he might try to force something. Instead, he makes a show of fixing his suit and smoothing down his hair before making himself comfortable on the nearest seat he could find.
What are you doing then? You have a guest in your home. Put the damn kettle on. Dandelion tea if you have it. But I suppose all you have are those shitty tea bags from the store.
If it isn't for the absurdity of this turn of events, I would have flipped him off for thinking I have no taste. But look, even if... this is strange. I don't understand that the relationship went up, but I mean, he's most likely has done this to many women before, right? And I mean, he did knock up her freaking best friend, which is sick. So yeah. I guess, if that is the truth. Which it seems like even more now since he's here. Yeah, this is strange. If it isn't for the absurdity of these turn events, I would have flipped him off for thinking I have no taste. But in the end, I just laugh. All I got are cans of Korean ginseng and lemon balm though, not dandelion. I guess it's kind of like thanks for not making me make the mistake. That is what I'm just... Which is why the relationship went up. Like, it went really up. Like, sometimes it only went up, you know, like half that. So, yeah. Without a second thought, I do wet the tea. That's 3 minutes to get the kettle to a boil. 3 minutes where we say nothing to each other. I mean, what do you even say to the guy I was going to sleep with until I changed my mind? I doubt he is in the mood to talk about the influence of Troy's on Mallory. It's still unusual by the time we're both seated on my bed with mugs of tea in hand.
Just so you know, whatever is going on right now is a lot stranger and fucked up than the one night stand.
We are two messed up individuals by your logic.
Everything is messed up, if you ask me. War, terrorism, famine, poverty, loved ones and loved lost. Oh, this whole world is a cesspool.
The dead air is telling when it fills the room once more. One would think that this is the perfect time to burst the spill about whatever issues that made up us the fucked up person that we are today. And it is. But I guess some part of me would rather not put the weight of my problems on somebody else's shoulder. It wouldn't be fair to leave that to a person when I don't even know if we'll ever see each other again. Sooner rather than later, we both pass out on my bed, mugs left forgotten on the floor. Right. Okay, that was interesting. I was definitely not expecting that to happen. I'm sure you didn't either. Huh. Well, you know, I just feel I really want to play through it at least one more time, just to see how different it would be, right? But that's not really right. It's way in the future, because we're only like half through, maybe not even half through, so yeah. But I'll see you guys, bye.